Okay, our next speaker is Maggie Yancey, lead for entrepreneurship development at NASA.
Hello, hello. Wow, how inspiring. Good afternoon. Thank you for the time today. My name is Maggie Yancey, and I am here representing the Science Mission Directorate and the Space Technology Mission Directorate to share some exciting forthcoming news about expanding, just making sure my slides are up there, and then this little clicker here, about expanding new current offerings on entrepreneurial programs referred to as ICorps. This presentation includes some information that's still in development, so there might be some changes down the road, but we couldn't wait to share how we are going to be moving forward with this exciting initiative and expanding to a diversity of solvers, including teams of academic researchers through a partnership with the National Science Foundation, and to hopefully, really expand our industries of the future. So starting with the first question around, there we go. For those that don't know, what is ICorps? So back in 2011, the NSF first established ICorps to enable the transformation of invention to impact. The main activity of ICorps is to develop a business plan and through customer discovery where the teams leave the lab to evaluate potential market fit. The steps to participate will include first, putting the right team together. The proposing ICorps team must include an entrepreneurial lead, technical lead, and an industry mentor. So there might be some industry folks here in the room that also might be willing to serve as mentors. And eligible team members must be from an associated academic institution or nonprofit with a research focus. Secondly, the important thing is to know our partner, NSF. NASA is leveraging the impressive existing infrastructure of NSF and is expanding through them. And so you can learn more by registering for upcoming NSF webinars, which they host every month, including the one on June 2nd on ICorps at the NSF website. Finally, on the NASA side, be sure and create a Inspires account for those that haven't. That way you can receive the latest newsletter alerts whenever the announcement about the NASA ICorps pilot actually goes live. And you'll be the first to hear about how to apply and through the Inspires Research Opportunities in Space and Earth Sciences, also known as ROSES. And we hope that you'll help us spread the word. So it was so great hearing about all these amazing forums, and I'm sure there's entrepreneurs in those conversations that might be a perfect fit for this program. And this will help us advance our goals of promoting an entrepreneurial mindset to launch more startups, fostering inclusive mechanisms for participation aimed at both NASA awarded and currently non-NASA awarded researchers. And finally, accelerating commercialization through a customer discovery experience. There we go. This chart features some of the pilot's key tenets, including the offering of both a regional short course and the national course. The NASA ICorps pilot will require the initial short course to participate in the national course, so there is a precursor there. And the NASA ICorps pilot will provide approximately 10K as a training grant for participants to take part in that first step, leading up to the coveted national course, which would be offering up to approximately 40K in additional funding and supporting the advancement of over 100 customer interviews and a lot more associated travel, which is a lot of work, but we want to make sure you have the support in order to do that. Sorry. Having a little technical, there we go. Understanding the basics of ICorps also brings us finally to understand the benefits, which really explains the why. Since 2017, NASA STMD SBIR has partnered with NSF to offer ICorps training to small business innovation awardees. And one example of our coveted success stories of one of our NASA CLIPS provider, Maston, also known for addressing key barriers to NASA's Moon to Mars exploration, attributes business success to the ICorps program that 2 of their teams enrolled in from the SBIR Phase 1 contract period. Matt Coons, the company's VP of Research and Development, remarked, Why did we get a phase 3? It's because we listened to the ICorps program and changed our approach to selling this as a service. And we can trace going to the ICorps and changing our business plan to pulling in $2 million in contracts from government and business. With over 1,000 teams participating in the NSF's ICorps program since its inception, and according to the NSF's latest biennial report, over half of those teams have resulted in startups. And this is in addition to the other rewarding participant outcomes that are included but aren't limited to, including informed decisions about a range of opportunities to facilitate technology transitions, facilitated focus, and generates inspiration on commercial potential of proposed research, and advanced workforce development opportunities for researchers, graduate students, and current undergraduate students, and foundational learning of entrepreneurship, and experience that will transfer into those future endeavors, and finally, enhanced entrepreneurial mindset. So with that, I'd like to open the floor. If there's any questions, get out that Slido, throw them in there. But as I mentioned, this is not yet an opportunity on the street yet, and we're hoping that it'll be released later this month. But I have my email up there if you have any questions, and we look forward to working with you.
Sorry, I do have one question. What kind of mentorship is provided to ICorps members during and following the program?
So the mentorship is also offered through their established team. So a lot of industry mentors are really excited when a team comes to them, excited and wanting to have that mentorship opportunity, but also through the cohorts themselves. There's going to be instructors that are really going to provide that guidance, that have that real experience with their own startups, failings, successes, the whole gamut. And so you're going to also have that multidisciplinary team that you have to also lean on, which will also provide sort of colleague-to-colleague mentorship as well.
Another one just popped up right as you finished. Will you be partnering with local entrepreneurial support organizations?
So the NSF, being an established program, they actually have this National Innovation Network that leverages organizations like VentureWell, as well as an organization called the GEM Fellowship, which is really near and dear to NASA's heart. And they use those organizations as their sort of key pathways into the program, which have those relationships and also have that established curriculum already for all the things that are kind of tenets of ICorps.
Okay, and one more question. So there was mention of NSF, and I may have missed it, but what is the relationship between NSF and NASA here? Did it originate with NSF and they're partnering, or with NASA? Or? Yeah,
so the program originated with NSF back in 2011, and so we're leveraging this already established infrastructure that NSF has been creating over the years, including their instructors, as well as infusing it with our NASA space-related, awarded folks through this training grant. And so we're really hoping to kind of get in the mix, and then we'll also have other intrinsic benefits that will be specific to our NASA awardees as well, but primarily through the NSF interagency relationship that we've established with them.
People aren't ready to let you go yet. So where do venture capitalists fit into ICorps?
So the ICorps is a nudge for our solvers to really get out there to the venture capitalists. So it's really the opportunity for those folks that are working on different research projects, et cetera, that are going to be able to then talk to VCs and get for future capital opportunities. But they'll really have the data and the analytics that VCs will be asking for. And so really we're doing the homework for those folks and just accelerating that process.
Okay, thank you. So we need to move on. So let's thank Maggie once more time. There are a few more questions in Slido. If you wouldn't mind answering those just online, that'd be great.